From his controversial comeback at Cannes Film Festival 2023 to whether he has any new exciting movies in the works, here's Johnny Depp's future in Hollywood revealed. It's no secret the once Hollywood heartthrob has been struggling in the industry lately. But just when people thought he was done, he made a big splash at Cannes 2023 with his unconventional French film, Jean du Barry. If there's one thing I'd say about this film, it's that no one saw it coming, and this is about an actor who's known for his trippy roles. Let's be real, did you ever imagine Johnny in a historical gig, being the French King Louis XV? Not many did. Even the critics thought he stuck out like a sore thumb, but it didn't matter. All this criticism poofed away on the Cannes red carpet, where Johnny was the king of the world, thriving in the Pap's endless shutters and his fan club cheering for him. Even inside the screening theater, he received a standing ovation that made him cry, "Guys!" It looked like the perfect redemption story. But you can't forget that the anti-Depp crowd, ever present outside the screening hall, protesting his appearance. Many people weren't a fan of him attending the festival. Why? Because the dust from his highly publicized Amber Heard defamation suit still hasn't settled. Yep, you better believe no one's forgetting that anytime soon. Even though the outcome was in his favor, the lawsuit and the shocking assault claims have cast a dark shadow on his career, costing him way too many roles, like Grindelwald in the Fantastic Beasts franchise. And how can I forget Captain Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean series, Depp's most iconic role to date? So far, the controversies have been following him everywhere he goes, grinding his career to a halt. But now, the real question was Jean du Barry the epic comeback everyone was waiting for? I don't know about others, but Johnny sure doesn't call it a comeback. In fact, he's annoyed by that word. His frustration, more like thinly veiled anger, could be seen at the festival's press conference when a journalist asked him about his return. It was like the actor was waiting for an opportunity like that, because he took no prisoners, saying, "This isn't a comeback. You have to go somewhere to come back," but he never left. People just stopped thinking about him, calling him, looking at him, or maybe weren't even allowed to look at him, probably out of fear of being canceled. Oh, shots fired. He also opened up about being asked to step down from a role in Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore, where Warner Brothers offered him his entire paycheck just to make him resign. Yikes. The actor wasn't too happy about that, saying, "It happened because of a bunch of vowels and consonants floating in the air." That's his description of the infamous televised trial that set the internet on fire. Then he turned the guns toward the media, slamming them for sensationalizing his private life. He said for the last 5 to 6 years, news outlets have been hanging his dirty laundry out to dry in public, presenting the majority of it like fantastically, horrifically written fiction. Nothing was left unsaid that day. But more came a couple of months later, when photographer Greg Williams posted a throwback behind-the-scenes video showing Johnny getting ready for his Cannes outing and confessing feeling exposed at the iconic stairs. Even though he'd done that many times before, still, he called it beautiful, happy to return. But did he return? Some people think that the actor cannot be redeemed no matter what he does. Ouch, that's a brutal statement, and you'll be surprised to know where it came from. This is an opinion, prediction, or a clear-cut message, whatever you want to call it, from an unnamed Hollywood insider who spilled the beans on the industry's view on Depp. They claimed that even though the actor will have a career, you won't be able to call it redemption because big-name execs would stay far away from him. This secretive dude compared him with other infamous stars like Mel Gibson and Kevin Spacey, both who have faced some questionable charges, including assault and domestic violence. The source says Depp is more in the Gibson range, even though Mel has landed the John Wick spin-off. The public outrage never goes away. Similarly, the Edward Scissorhands star will keep getting roles, maybe in the international industry, like he did with Jean du Barry. But if you bring him before a big-budget production in America, fat chance they'll hire him. They may not say no directly. Instead, they'll ask, "Who else do you have?" That means Johnny Depp's career may move forward, just not in Hollywood. He'll have to stick to international productions or small-scale, low-budget flicks at home. That's his shunning level. According to our mystery man, it's a Hollywood norm. The same thing happened with John Travolta and Bruce Willis. So he means to say, ready or not, Mr. Depp's career has fizzled out. Well, that's the professional opinion of one guy, but do others think the same? Not even close. Die-hard Johnny stans refuse to believe it's the end of him. The fan club isn't ready to give up on him. claiming his return in the French biopic is a stepping stone. He's slowly but surely gearing up to snatch back his once iconic status. Many of them also tackled the mixed reviews his King Louis XV flick got, saying they have a feeling that the same critics blasting him now will be raving about him soon. Just wait, maybe he'll even get an Oscar. Now that would be a redemption arc for Hollywood's history books, if it happens. Till now, despite delivering some mind-blowing performances in a variety of roles, interestingly, the tourist actor has never won an Oscar. After this controversial trial that flipped his life upside down, it's unlikely that he'll ever get a chance either. But his loyalists believe that their idol will land some dope projects that can snag him the golden trophy. Also, no matter how many personal controversies Depp has, you can't deny he's talented. Time and time again, he's picked the most bizarre roles out there and dazzled the critics away. You'd say he brings out the true potential of a role when no one sees it. Take Captain Jack Sparrow, for example. Plenty of gags and memes troll Pirates of the Caribbean movies for completely being Johnny's improv projects. But that also means his impromptu dialogues, body language, and facial expressions have made the Captain one of the most legendary pirates out there. So sooner or later, his efforts may pay off. In fact, his 2020 movie Minamata tried to do that. This was Depp's first attempt to return to the big screen, and I won't lie. The story he picked did have Oscar potential. It was about a real-life American photojournalist, W. Eugene Smith, who tries to relive his glory days of World War II. Sounds familiar? Well, some people thought it reflected the actor's professional life. But the 2020 flick revolved around a much more serious subject matter, the ecological disaster in Japan's Minamata. Unfortunately, despite the story's potential and the actor's best efforts to nail his performance, the movie failed to impress, getting mixed reviews. People attacked it with claims like, the lead's boorish ways clash with Japanese culture. And instead of focusing on the story's human aspect, you're swept away in the typical white savior narrative. But here's the promising part for you. Some critics applauded Johnny's acting, calling it his most tender, most mature performance in years. Maybe that was why Minamata ranked third in the Oscar fan favorite contest at the 2022 Academy Awards. See, he still has a chance to snag the industry's most prestigious award. So he has set out to do exactly that by working on some new projects. So what if Hollywood bosses don't want to hire him? Johnny is directing his film. You heard that right. He's again sticking with the biopic/history genre, just like his other potential comebacks, Sean DeBerry and Minamata. The film's called Modi, and it'll take you through the life of an Italian artist, Amedeo Modigliani. And the exciting part is the cast, featuring the likes of the industry's godfather, Al Pacino, César Awards winner Pierre Niney, and John Wick Chapter 2 star, Ricardo Scamarcio, who's taking the lead. Now, the actor himself wouldn't get to show off his acting chops, or at least that's what the rumors say right now. Does that mean he's making a career change to director? It could be, because recently, the Pirates of the Caribbean producer, Jerry Bruckheimer, said he wanted the fan favorite lead back. Rumors had it that he might appear in the upcoming Beetlejuice 2, but now Depp isn't interested. All this is just what I've heard. The actor has previously said that he doesn't think about Hollywood and isn't interested in it. To put it this way, the actor couldn't care less. All in all, if he has a career ahead of him, it'll be on his terms, by his own rules. So, from whether he has any new exciting movies in the hood, to his controversial comeback at Cannes Film Festival 2023, that was Johnny Depp's future in Hollywood revealed.